You're saying this, like, because I find it so funny that people are like, I'm left brain, and
Yeah.
I find that so weird because it's like we use both. All of us use both sides. Like, you wouldn't be able to function in this world if you weren't both like using your right and left brain like simultaneously. They're being fired off all the time. Like, as much as that's sequential, you're also feeling feelings
in tandem, right?
While you're reading it. I mean, I've cried while I was reading. There's no way.
Ideally, they work synergistically, right?
There's no way. I've laughed out, and obviously there's certain authors and certain books that get me to do that more than others, and I do find that the ones that are better at emoting in language are better at getting me to emote in real life. I mean, I don't know if there's anything.
Right, of course, this is, just to make this clear, this is not a value judgment about left brain being inferior,
I just wanted to put that out there, that like we all use all of it.
No, and I think that's actually a really good point to put out there, because I really want to make sure that, you know, as a household, that we do not create ever any implications that we are misandrous, right? This is not about saying that the masculine in any way like just sucks or is
masculine
inferior,
is not man. Just
change
those
but
words to something else so people stop being confused.
Right, but I think culturally, societally, when you go out there, right, like let's say you go to a new age healing space, yes, sometimes people will say things like, oh, I'm more right-brained, and that's them, subtly or not so subtly, kind of making a value judgment and going, oh yeah, I don't have that left brain masculine bullshit, you know? So I just want to be clear that this is not about like saying one is better than the other. Ideally, they work in tandem. When they work in tandem, it's amazing, right? Just as a slight side note, one of my other like rabbit holes that I love to go down is, you know, the neurochemical effects of cannabis, like THC on the brain. The reason why it's such a wonderful, adaptogenic, seemingly infinitely creative, infinitely potential substance is that it harmonizes, it allows the two lobes of the brain to work together, right? And the more that you do it, the more that your brain can do this outside of THC use. But
we're probably just talking about books. I told you we were gonna like.
Yeah. Well, I'm basically done. But point being, you know, that ideally, yes, we want these two lobes to be synergistically working together. Wonderful, beautiful things can happen. Cannabis is one of the things that can help us show us, right, experientially, be like, what does it look like? What does it feel like? Who are we when we actually have both of those lobes flowing together, right? But the truth is, right, for the last 5,000 years, the neurological and as a result, the cultural emphasis has been on the left brain, right? And that's kind of
Stop emphasizing the left brain.
Yeah, it's kind of common knowledge. It's not like, you know, anything new necessarily, but I just thought it was really fascinating.
Can the right brain come into without making the left brain feel so sensy?
You're ambidextrous, but you prefer your left, right? Well, even just being ambidextrous.
When I'm doing sports, I shoot with my left, for example, but like when I'm...
So just one little nugget, they did say in here that if you're left-handed, and I imagine ambidextrous would be the same, that you do actually have more plasticity between the hemispheres and that you are more comfortable living and acting out of your right brain, which I thought was fascinating. I think it tracks for the lefties, most of the lefties that I know, in like, at least in, you know, in the spaces.
And we mean politically and handwriting.
But anyway, I just thought that was fascinating little piece of, you know, hard science, if you will, to back up some of, these theories and to give us in the vein of, you know, facts that we discover where we go, oh, okay, this makes me feel better because it enforces or it explains something. It gives a backbone to something that I kind of dimly was thinking about, but this gives me something concrete to work with. So if that sounded interesting, if any of those themes are interesting, would 100% represent this. You know, it's high quality academic literature because it's published by Penguin. So I'm just going to leave you with that.
And just a heads up, if we're ever saying stuff that's like masculine, feminine, this is where it's over, this is where it's under, I'm not gonna apologize for misandry because we're just saying facts. And if you have feelings about it, that's yours to hold. And I'm just gonna put that out there. That's yours to sit with. Just like these when we have uncomfortable moments. Why someone brings up intuition or feminine, does this make me uncomfortable? You can sit with that. As a non-binary person, I'm not weird about it.
Yeah, I may be more weird about it because I'm not I'm not.
I think a
non-binary,
dude
yeah.
might be more weird. I mean, like this like lady just go around and she just asked the question to dudes, why are you like this? She's like, why are dudes like this? And some dudes were like, yeah, like, you know, a lot of dudes like, and they answered very like nonchalant. But there was some dudes that's like, why are you asking me like that? You know, like we're not all like this and that, like, or like, why do you have to be so rude? That's not even a real question. Like, you can't even just and she was just like very neutral. But like, that's the type of stuff that, you know, if we make you uncomfortable like that, we're probably not for you. You know, we're not for everybody. We're
That's
not
true.
for
Well,
everybody.
nothing is for everyone,
We're not
right?
for everybody, so it's fine if you're uncomfortable in a good way.
Well, I just didn't want anyone to think I was being unthoughtful with my choice of words. That's all.
I get it. I get it. I'm not very worried about it too, in a misandry way about left and right brain. I mean, that was so soft. That was so soft. And if that softness, if that amount of softness makes you uncomfortable, then this probably isn't for you. That's kind of what I'm going to say. It's like, if I say all men suck, then I kind of suck. So, like, then call me in. But if I'm like, oftentimes we see left brain being guided in society, and that's just facts, right?
Yeah.
Then, and you're feeling sensitive about that fact, sit with that. And we shouldn't have to apologize because that takes away, that diminishes the healing that can happen with that uncomfortable healing moment. It's an uncomfortable moment. You know, life is uncomfortable and it's okay. It's okay.
Well, I think you will almost always probably be better at moments of guiding people through moments of uncomfortable healing.
I just don't want you to diminish what you were saying, and
that's
that
fair.
does it a little bit. So I'm just gonna throw that out because we don't want to just like wallow at all the like white men,
No,
right?
no,
Like,
for
and
sure.
that kind of placates. I focus more on harming the uncomfortability of the white men than lifting the voices of everyone else. So we don't care if we make you uncomfortable a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's good discomfort, right?
Yeah.
It's like in body work.
Yeah, like we're trying not to be that white culture that like throws things under or is like, I'm just trying to be comfortable. I just want peace. We're not doing that because when we say I just want peace, what we really want is everybody to just make it easy so that we can continue on this systemic injustice. But we're not doing that here. We're creating.
Yeah, trying to lead through example.
Yeah. It's fun to be uncomfortable. It makes our hands sweaty for me. It makes the heart race a little bit. That means we're alive. You know? That's great. That means all our body is zapping. That means the left and right brain
Stuff
is
moving.
on.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.